Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name's Zoe and I'm an artist here on YouTube. So back in 2022 I drew this artwork and it was for 1,000 subscribers. I've now hit 15,000 subscribers a couple of years later, 2.5 years later, and I've decided to redraw it because although I liked it at the time and I was quite pleased how it turned out, there's things about it I really don't like. Mainly being that I used Bristol boards and I don't like how alcohol marker sits on Bristol boards. So this original piece was alcohol marker. It was a mix of Ohuhu and Arrtx alcohol markers and Posca, so all these big black areas of Posca, and some kind of brush liner, which was probably a Tombow Fudenosuk. So I've decided to redraw this in my Talent Art Creation sketchbook. And I'm going to be using various alcohol markers like Ohuhu. I've got Arrtx ones there. I've got these Colorista Bispectrum Noir there. I've got some Copics. I have a lot of choice. There's some grabby ones I'm probably going to use as well. So lots of different alcohol markers I'm going to use in this. The colour pencils I'm going to use as well are the WOOMER ones that I reviewed and loved recently. A couple of videos ago, so these are going to be used quite a lot, and my Arrtx acrylic brush markers, which I also reviewed recently and I absolutely love and use all the time. There might be a few other supplies in there as well. For instance, my Copic Acrylic white is my go-to white, so that will probably be in there. So what I've decided to do basically is, because I was looking at this drawing and I'm actually really happy with the drawing itself, is fine, proportions are great. I'm going to trace the basic sketch, but I don't want it this size, I want it a bit smaller, so I've already photographed it and I've resized it in my iPad and I am going to transfer it into my sketchbook. So yes, I'm tracing it, but I'm tracing my drawing that I did. And it is literally just to save myself some time and give me a bit more time to do the colouring. It's just going to be the basic sketch that I lay down from the tracing, and this is what I'm going to do the proper sketch in over the top. So let us get on with that before I start waffling too much, and I will join you in voiceover. Hello there, it's voiceover me now. So I started off by lightening the graphite transfer of the sketch. The reason why I do this is because I want to get rid of as much graphite as possible and replace it with these coloured pencils. So it's a mechanical pencil with coloured leads basically, and I've got a few different colours. They are erasable as well, so that's really good. I can lighten them later, and I do. But yeah, so basically the reason why I use these instead of graphite is because I don't like it when you go over graphite, particularly with an alcohol marker or a paint marker, something like that. It can really muddy your artwork, so you want to keep that as vibrant as possible. So I find that if I've done a transfer, well, basically I don't draw with graphite anymore. And so I just draw with these, but if I use graphite to do a transfer from my iPad or another sketch I've done in another sketchbook, I will use the graphite, take the graphite down with the kneaded eraser, and then go over it with the coloured mechanical pencil. And then when I come to colour this, I'll do the same, lighten the sketch with a kneaded eraser again. But these do smudge a little bit sometimes. Some of them are worse than others for it, but actually the reason why I use them is I can match the colour to the artwork, and so this purple, if it smudges, you're not really going to notice it. It kind of just fades into the finished piece, so really beneficial way of putting your sketch there. And I think they just look really pleasing to use, and yeah, coloured sketches is really, really good. So now that's done, I'm going to lighten that sketch just after I've chosen my colours. So I've done that off camera. You can see it's not as dark as it was, and then I'm just going over with my lightest alcohol marker. So with alcohol markers, you need to start with the lightest and build up that way. That's the best way to go about it. I wouldn't personally recommend doing your darks first. You could do, but it's a lot harder to come back from if you make a mistake with a dark colour. But yeah, so I just sort of put that base coat on and then start building up my layers that way. I always find when doing portraits with alcohol markers, it's quite scary. They look very... they have quite an ugly face, let's put it that way, and it's been a long time since I've used alcohol markers for a portrait, so I was getting a bit worried at one point, but it all works out in the end. I'm quite happy with the result. So the supplies I ended up using here was Copic markers, Hoo markers, I used the Arrtx Oros, which are alcohol markers, and I used the Spectrum Noir markers. So the only ones I thought I would use but didn't was the grabby ones, but I do use those quite often, just not in this piece. Paint marker wise, I use the Copic Acrea, just the white, a little bit of black for her iris or pupil, sorry. And what else did I use? I used the Arrtx brush markers on the background at the end, and my WOOMER coloured pencils, which went onto this piece like a dream. I really love all the supplies that I've been using in this video, but I'm very shocked to say that I'm really loving the colour pencils because they're not really something I've used much of. I have used them on and off, but not a great amount, so I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying them at the moment. I probably would never do a piece in colour pencil on its own, but I really like using them, especially with alcohol markers over the top of those, because I don't really like the texture that colour pencil leaves when you can see white in that texture from the page beneath, or whatever colour page you've got beneath. But with the alcohol markers you can put down a base colour and then you get the nice texture that the colour pencils leave without the white dots. So yeah, I much prefer that. So great for mixed media. But yeah, wow, it's been a while. I feel like it's been too long since I've done a voiceover and I can't really work out what to say. So bear with me. So the reason why I chose to do this piece was because I did this for 1,000 subscribers, which it took me a year to get, and now I'm 3.5 years into my channel and I've hit 15,000 subscribers. And I've never really, apart from that first 1,000, I've never really marked the occasion of getting hitting targets and subscribers. And I was going to do 10,000, but I got up to 15,000 within a week of that. It went up really fast. And now I'm at 15,500, to be honest. So it's slowed right down. It's still growing at a decent speed, but it's slowed right down compared to what it was. So much more sustainable now. And I've just really wanted to redo this piece because I wasn't overly happy with the original. Like, it's a good drawing, it's like a solid sketch, but I really regretted using the paper that I used. A lot of people will use Bristol board with alcohol markers, and I personally really don't like it for them. I don't like the way alcohol markers sit on top of it. Bristol board's not absorbent enough, in my opinion, for alcohol markers, so they can kind of sit on the top and almost puddle on it, and I really don't like that. I don't really like marker paper either for alcohol markers. I know that sounds silly because that's what it's for. I just prefer a smooth mixed media for it. They lay down really well in this sketchbook, and I've also found recently that Artful, which doesn't actually exist anymore, so Artful by Oh Dear, they did this artist's grade sketch paper, and I'd say it's probably the best paper I've ever used with alcohol markers, and sadly I can't get any more. I've been searching on like eBay and Vinted, and I'm probably just going to have to email them and say, please, do you have any in the corner of a warehouse somewhere? Can I buy it? because it's really, really good. But yeah, I mean, there are other papers. Like, I really do like this paper with alcohol mark because it sits on it really, really well. It gives a nice smooth finish at the end. But yeah, it's when you got something slightly better, you know. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to do it is I just thought I could improve on the way it looks, even if I hadn't got better at art. I mean, you be the judge of that at the end, whether I've got better. But you know, you've got a big time frame there, and it wasn't so much have I improved as much as can I do a better job on better paper. Yes is the answer. I feel it's it's benefited from a different paper. But yeah, of course, I've been making art consistently over the last few years, so yeah, of course, there's going to be some sort of improvement. But you know, that's possibly subjective. So let me know below if you think there is an improvement in this piece. I was looking at it quite a lot at the end, and I was thinking there's something about it I don't like. And I don't think it's that I don't like the piece. I think it's more the original was very much a copy of the Arcane style, or I tried to copy the Arcane style, whereas here, although I've used the same sketch, I did trace the original piece that I drew. Well, it's not an original piece, but you know what I mean, the original artwork that I made. Although I did trace it, I don't know, I kind of refined the sketch a bit differently to what the original looked like, so I think it's not overly true to the original Arcane style anymore, and that was kind of odd because I feel like maybe this is more of my own style now. I don't know how to define it really, but I think overall the piece is better, but it's kind of weird seeing it look different to the other piece that I did, so it's kind of strange. It took a lot longer as well. I think it did. I seem to remember the original taking me, I'm sure it was about an hour and a half. A cat is coming in. You may hear that on the voiceover. Hello, Steffi. What are you doing? He's very quiet today. He normally shouts. You going to talk? You going to talk to Mama? You going to talk to my viewers? No? Okay. He'll probably start shouting in a minute because it's nearly his dinner time. Yeah, it was I've completely lost my train of thought. Let me think. Yeah, so the original one that I did took about an hour and a half, I think. This has taken 3 hours, so it's double the amount of time. I honestly thought I'd been drawing for about an hour to an hour and a half, and checked the time, and it was 6 o'clock, and I thought it was about 4:30. So that was the surprise. I was obviously enjoying myself. I did actually really enjoy this. I remember being stressed on the original piece because of the way the markers were laying down on it. And I thought I was going to ruin the original drawing. And I don't think I did. I think I did the best I could, given how much I don't like that paper. But yeah, I think I must have really enjoyed doing the redraw because I obviously took my time a lot more. I have put, oh, where's my hair? I have put more detail in it. There's a lot more shading. There's more colour in it. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I think it's a much more polished piece. I think once I'm used to how she looks different, I think I will possibly like it more. But I do really like the original. I even made stickers. I've still got a couple left. I did make stickers of the original, which I never sold. I used to send them out to people as a freebie. And I've got some, I don't know, is it on this sketch? No, the sketchbook that this piece is in has got Wednesday on the front, but previous sketchbook had the sticker of this on it. So you would have seen it a fair few times if you've been watching my videos for a while. I think the alcohol marker part possibly took maybe half, maybe an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4. I did spend a lot of time on that, particularly on her hair with those blues. There are 4 different blues in her hair. So I just layered them up. And then, yeah, it probably took... Oh, a cat's grabbing my foot. Hello. What are you doing? Are you tangled up? No. Yeah, probably about an hour on the coloured pencils, and then... Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, the least amount of time was with the paint markers, at least. Yeah, bulk of it alcohol markers, and yeah, not too much shorter time with the coloured pencils. But I think it's the coloured pencils that really bring the drawing together. I think without those, it would have looked very basic. Even if I'd put line work in, I think the coloured pencils really lift the piece, give it a lot more dimension. They kind of, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just think it's, the base is the alcohol marker. There's a solid base there, and then the alcohol markers just lift it. Alcohol markers? Oh my god, the cat's climbing the chair. Hello. Oh, what you doing? What you doing there? Okay. Are you done? Yeah, the alcohol markers provide the solid base, and then the coloured pencils kind of do, I think, the heavy lifting almost with the piece. But yeah, going back to the reason I did the video, so the subscribers. It's been a bit mad. I had 3,500 subscribers nearly 70 days ago, and that's a very specific number, I know. It's at, well, maybe 68 days. Now the reason for that is because my numbers started going up very quickly when I started the Pokemon challenge. So if you've seen my shorts, I'm doing a Pokemon challenge with Emily Arts and Dave's Illustrations. We're on about day 68 now, I think. They really started piling the numbers on, and then I did a short with a piece from a game called Among Us, and that's got 750,000 views and brought in about 7,000 subscribers, I think, just that one short alone. So it really did a lot of work, but yeah, I've still gained, in that last couple of months, gained a lot of subscribers just from the Pokemon as well. So without that short itself, my subscribers would have still gone up substantially. So I think I've been very lucky. My only worry is that people that watch shorts tend to not watch long form, and I don't want my channel really known as a shorts channel. It's a long form channel, it always has been, and I've just sporadically posted shorts, so we'll see how it goes. My long form videos are not getting the views the shorts are getting, let me say that for free. But yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of videos do really well, but I'm normally lucky if I get 500 views on a video. That's a good day. 500 views. A recent video I did had about 20,000. That was the TikTok sketchbook, which caused a lot of controversy because it was broken, and everyone, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were like, send it back, and I refused because it was still usable, and I didn't want it ended up in landfill, just another piece of rubbish to litter the planet. Like, I fixed it, it's not a big deal. Maybe I should have asked for a partial refund. Don't really care, it was cheap. It's just not, you know. But that one did really well, and I did, yeah, like I did some videos about Aldi art supplies, and they did really well. I've actually got some more ideas along those veins. I've bought some supplies. I have some supplies from Poundland. So Poundland is, well, it was, because nothing's a pound anymore, but if you're in America, Dollar Tree, it's like Dollar Tree. And then we've got another like bargain shop called Home Bargains, and I've got some art supplies from there, so I'm going to do a video on the Home Bargains art supplies. And then once I've done those, I'm going to go to another shop we've got called B&M. I don't know what that stands for. And I'm going to get art supplies from there. So I've got a few ideas about doing videos on budget art supplies from budget stores. Yeah, so hopefully they'll do quite well. And other content-wise, I'm just going to do a lot more videos like in my sketchbook and stuff. Hopefully there'll be some more collaborations coming up. I've got nothing planned at the moment, but God, I've been like so happy to and so fortunate, I should say, to work with Arrtx and WOOMER recently. So I'm hoping to do some more of that at some point with, you know, any brands that may ask me, not just them. I would love to work with both of them again, but anybody else. I've really liked the supplies I've received recently from both of them. Have been absolutely amazing. Oh, and Grabby as well. I worked with Grabby again recently, and everything I've received from all three of those companies has been absolutely amazing, and I've just been raving about all of it. So yeah, hoping to do some more collaborations at some point in the future. And so, yeah, sketchbook videos. I might, if Scrawlerbox do another sale, I might do another Scrawlerbox sale video. I've got a lot of ideas, and I can't think what they are off the top of my head right now. And my ideas book, where I've written them all down, is, well, I can't find it. But some of the ideas for videos I do know, like, in my head. So yeah, I've got some content to keep me going for a bit. And hopefully no gaps. I realised I didn't make a video last week, but it was a bit crazy. I ended up in hospital. Nothing's wrong, don't worry. I had stomach pain, and turned out it was just like an issue with some medication, so that's fine now. But yeah, that kind of threw me a bit. And making consistent shorts every day, I kind of, because I film pretty much every day now for those, I kind of forgot that I hadn't filmed a long form. Whoops. But yeah, so I'm kind of yeah, I've been busy making content, at least. I've not really been posting on Instagram because that's pointless. I might post this on Instagram, I don't know. But TikTok I've been consistently posting on as well. Yeah, so kind of that's, I suppose, what's been going on. Pokemon, 15,000 subscribers. Oh, and a bit of an announcement. I don't think I've mentioned this in a video. I did put a post in my my community tab. Is that still what it's called? The community page. I now am offering channel memberships if you're interested. It's like $1.99 a month. Check out my, I can't remember off the top of my head what I've said I'm offering on that. Basically, members only shorts. I've not done any yet, but I will be, because the reason why I've not done any yet is because I don't have any members. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing members only shorts. My daily Pokemon are going to be posted on there. Mainly just updates, voting on new videos, sort of, I don't know, if I want to do a video and I'm not happy with any of my ideas, but I still want to make one, maybe asking my members what they would like to see me do, and then doing a video based on what members ask for. Possibly do some members only lives, and yeah, just showing artwork. I don't post that often images of artwork that I make in videos or at all. So my plan really, mainly to offer with my memberships, is to post still images of the artworks. Yeah, because I don't really do that. And you know, like just work in progress stuff and stuff I don't normally really post. So yeah, if you would like to join the channel memberships, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. There'll also be links to the supplies from Arrtx and WOOMER. I'm going to put links to those down below as well, so you can get those. But yeah, all the links will be down below. But yeah, please don't feel obliged to become a channel member. I've put it there just because a couple of people have said to me, like, you know, with the amount of subscribers you've got now, you really should have that. And my income from YouTube goes to support the channel. I don't actually take a wage from it. I don't get a huge amount. it's quite sporadic when I actually get paid, but I put all the money I earn back into the channel. So yeah, anybody that, you know, chooses to become a member, please don't feel obliged. But if you do, like, the money literally goes to like get better equipment, and I need to sort the studio out and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the reason why I've decided to go with the channel memberships. But I'm probably going to make a separate video talking about that anyway. But yeah, that's down below as well. Anyway, that's enough rambling. I hope you like the artwork. Please let me know which one you think is the better one, the original or the new one. Thank you for watching, sticking with me. Leave a purple heart if you're still watching, and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Bye.